The sacred knowing. There is a moment, a sacred, unmistakable moment, when your spirit whispers, "It is time." Not out of fear, not out of impulse, but out of alignment. You've felt it before, that subtle shift in your body, that quiet knowing in your soul. The energy that once felt warm now feels cold. The connection that once fed your light now drains it. And even when logic tries to argue, your soul already knows it's time to exit. This knowing is not taught, it is remembered. It is the inner compass of the chosen, the deep awareness that cycles must close, that not all rooms are meant for forever, that you were never meant to stay where your evolution ends. You came here to evolve, and evolution requires exits. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below so we know you're here and connected to Source. Growth and the gravity of familiarity. There is a gravitational pull to the familiar, even when it hurts, even when it contracts you, even when you know you've outgrown it. The mind clings to what it knows. The heart tries to rewrite red flags into love stories. The ego tries to turn lessons into life sentences. But the soul cannot lie. You know when a season is over, when a chapter has ended. You can feel it in your dreams, in your restlessness, in the way your energy reacts to certain people or places. Growth stretches you, and it also reveals what no longer fits. You are not betraying the past by choosing your future. You are not disloyal for no longer shrinking. You are honoring your evolution. Karmic entanglements and contracts. Many of the chosen are here to clear karmic loops, to break ancestral patterns, end soul contracts, and rewrite timelines through conscious choice. That is why your life may feel more intense than others. You see the patterns. You feel the undercurrents. You notice the energetic debts being played out in conversations, jobs, and relationships. And you know when a karmic loop has reached its end. Some exits are about survival. Others are about liberation. But the most powerful ones are about remembrance. You remember that you came here to heal, not to stay stuck, to elevate, not to settle, to move with divine intelligence, not emotional entrapment. When the contract is complete, the energy becomes heavy. The synchronicities dry up, the mirrors crack, and the door begins to close. You don't always need a reason. Sometimes the exit is the revelation. Walking away is a sacred act. To walk away is not to quit. It is to honor your energy. It is to reclaim your power. It is to say, I choose alignment over attachment. I choose clarity over confusion. I choose my becoming over my comfort. Walking away is a soul decision. It says, I have learned what I came to learn here. I have gathered the data. I have felt the lesson. I have integrated the message. And now I must go where my energy is not just wanted, but honored. Exiting is sacred because it means you are no longer abandoning yourself to stay. Discernment is the new power. In a world where we're taught to endure, to stay loyal to dysfunction, to keep pouring into broken vessels, the chosen are here to model something different. Discernment. You don't owe anyone your energy. You don't need to justify your exits. You don't have to stay where your soul is being suffocated just to keep the peace. Peace that costs your power is not peace. Discernment is the sword of the awakened. It cuts through illusions. It sees beyond potential. It identifies misalignment and responds, not with anger, but with wisdom. The more awakened you become, the more discerning you become. And the more discerning you become, the more powerful your exits. energetic clarity, and the art of leaving. You've felt it, the energetic fog that comes when you've overstayed your welcome in a timeline. Things feel heavy, you get sick, synchronicities stop appearing, doors close, you keep trying, but nothing flows. This is not punishment, it is guidance. The universe communicates in energy before it ever speaks in outcomes. Your body starts whispering. Your intuition starts aching. You feel ungrounded, uninspired, depleted. And then a deeper clarity arises. You were never meant to stay. The art of leaving is listening to energy. Your frequency doesn't lie. And when you're no longer a vibrational match for a situation, the most spiritual thing you can do is exit, not with blame, with blessing. Karmic contracts and cosmic clarity. Some contracts aren't forever. They are sacred agreements made for a single season, a single purpose, or a single awakening. You came into this lifetime with soul contracts, many of them, to assist your growth, trigger your memory, awaken your gifts, or help another do the same. But too many chosen ones stay beyond the contract's expiration, not out of love, but out of habit, not out of truth, but out of fear. Fear of change, fear of loneliness, fear of failure. But here's the truth. The most powerful thing you can do is exit the moment the contract completes, when the lesson has landed, when the vibration has shifted, when the energetic thread begins to fray. And you'll know. Your body will tell you. Your dreams will signal it. Your joy will begin to drain. Your soul will whisper, "We're done here. It's time to go." And if you stay too long, the signs will turn into storms. The whispers will become roars, and the detachment will become undeniable. This is not abandonment. This is mastery. The ability to recognize when something has served its purpose and to walk away with grace is spiritual graduation. It means you are awake. And the chosen must not delay their own becoming by clinging to expired contracts. The exit is a portal. To exit something consciously is to step into a portal. Every time you walk away from something that no longer aligns, you open the gateway to something that does. But many fear the void, the in-between, the unknown. But hear this, the void is not empty. It is rich with potential. The silence after the exit is not absence, it is incubation. It is where the new timeline prepares to meet you. Most people stall because they wait for the next thing to appear before they leave the current one. But the chosen walk by faith, not by sight. You don't need the next thing in view before you release the old. You only need one thing, trust. Because the exit you make in alignment becomes the entrance to your next evolution. It is a vibrational decision, a collapsing of one chapter to awaken another. Don't fear the void. Bless it. You are not falling. You are being lifted. How to recognize the exit signal. Some exits are loud, a betrayal, a breakdown, a collapse. Others are quiet, a subtle shift in energy, a nagging inner feeling, a slow disconnection. Either way, the signs are always there. Here's how you know. You feel energetically drained, even when nothing dramatic happens. Your higher self begins to feel trapped, like a light in a small box. You sense the stagnation, the loop, the karmic residue. You can't unsee the truth anymore. The mask has dropped. And most telling of all, you feel like staying is delaying your destiny. You see, most exits aren't about punishment or failure. They're about growth. Your expansion can't breathe in spaces that demand your contraction. And the truth is, when you stay too long, you begin to shrink your frequency just to fit in. That's not loyalty. That's self-abandonment. And the chosen are not here to abandon themselves. You are here to walk boldly into every exit that sets your soul free. You can exit with love. Let's clear this. Exit does not mean ego. It doesn't mean revenge, bitterness, or righteousness. The most powerful exits are done with love. Love for yourself. Love for the other. Love for the journey. Exiting with love doesn't mean pretending the harm didn't happen. It means choosing your healing anyway. It means letting go without dragging karma behind you. You can exit the friendship and still bless their path. You can leave the relationship and still honor the memories. You can quit the job and still be grateful for what it taught you. You can leave with love, because leaving with love creates no residue. It doesn't tangle your energy in cycles of regret or resentment. It closes the loop. It clears the field. And the chosen are being called now to exit with mastery, not mess, with sacred endings, not silent suffering. Exit to enter. This is your reminder. Every exit is also an entrance. You are not just leaving behind, you are stepping into new frequencies, new soul tribes, new levels of embodiment. You have walked enough fire to know when a door is no longer yours to knock on. And sometimes the boldest act of self-love is to stop trying to make it fit, to stop asking for crumbs, to stop bargaining with fate. Exit the room where your worth is up for debate. Exit the stage where your truth is silenced. Exit the contract that keeps you small. Because every step away from misalignment is a step toward your divine design. You are not giving up. You are waking up. And that awakening is the exit strategy that changes everything. Final message: the sacred power of goodbye. Not all exits are dramatic. Some are silent, internal shifts, a soul pulling away from what no longer resonates. You don't need a crowd to witness your departure for it to be valid. You only need truth. The moment you decide that your energy is sacred, you begin to walk differently. You no longer chase closure. You become it. You no longer seek permission. You grant it. You no longer cling to what is dissolving. You become the dissolver of all that is misaligned. When the vibration shifts, so must you. And that shift is your final cue. Trust it. Because when you walk away from what no longer serves you, you don't just exit something external, you re-enter your power. And with each exit, you step deeper into your destiny. You were never afraid to leave. You just needed to remember who you are. You know when to exit. You always have. Chosen ones, we now ask you, what cycles in your life feel complete, but you've been afraid to walk away from? Or are you holding on to something out of habit or out of alignment? Please be sure to comment below, like and subscribe to stay aligned and connected to Source.